Okay, so today I'm going to show you a really pretty kind of a background design for a nail. So again, you could use it just by itself, or you can use it as a background for either rhinestones or 3D art, hand-painted art, anything like that. So let's get started. And I've already gone through and prepped the nail, pushed back the cuticles, removed the shine, cleansed the nail with Swipe and Protein Bond. So I'm going to start with the blueberry jelly, roll that off of your brush, and then you can press that product out. This way you're going to keep all of that color pigment on the surface of the nail, and then you don't get any of that marbling. I'm just going to press that out from side to side and up to my natural nail. And today I'm going to do, we'll do a coffin shaped nail today. I think I want to make my blue a little bit darker. As it gets thinner, it gets a little bit lighter. So I'm going to add a little bit more on here. And then I'm also going to add a little bit more up into kind of my stress area. So that way we're going to blend that out a little bit. And I'm going to use my Speed Bubblegum. Now, because the Speed Bubblegum is a clear powder, it is going to cap my glitters underneath. But if you feel like you need to, you can use a little bit of that Speed Clear, just to make sure that you don't file out that blend at all. Okay, so I just finished filing our nail with our background design. We're going to go ahead and start adding our stones on the top. I always like to use the Protein Bond just because it's going to give a little bit of added insurance for our stones and for our top coats. I'm going to start with just kind of a center point. So I'm going to use, again, my clear sculptor. I'm going to place that one stone right down in the center. Now, do you see how I had a lot of extra gel kind of squeeze out from the sides? I want to make sure that I take some of that off. I don't want to have too much of that, kind of that bubble around the nail. So I'm going to just use my gel brush, just kind of clean some of that off. To make sure that this one doesn't move, I'm just going to set it into the light for just a quick 10 seconds. For this part, I think I'm actually going to squeeze a little bit of my sculptor gel onto my mixing tile and use it from there. That way I have a little bit more control of where I'm placing my gel. And we're going to make, it's almost going to be kind of like a summer flower kind of a pattern. And again, at this point, I'm not going to be too cautious of where my stones go because I'm going to adjust them after I get them all on the nail. So if anything doesn't look centered, go ahead and adjust. And again, I'm using the metal end rather than the tacky end at this point. I think I'm going to use a little bit more of my clear sculptor, but this time again, I'm just going to use my detailer brush because these are going to be a little bit smaller, and just setting those right down. So I've got all my stones on there. Now I'm going to look from underneath and make sure if there's any gaps underneath those stones that I fill that in so that there's no gap underneath there. We don't want our clients catching these stones on anything. We want a really good seal from the stone onto the nail. Now I'm going to go ahead and top coat the nail. And I'm going to use the Ultimate Finish Gel. I'm going to take a little bit of the top coat, again, onto my mixing tile. And then I'm going to use just that micro detailer to get right in between and top coat any little areas that I wasn't able to reach with the brush. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm also going to kind of seal right around the base of those stones again, almost encapsulating the base of it. Again, not over the surface, but just giving those stones something that grabs onto them.
Subscribe and comment below for your chance to win $50 in a gift code that you can use to shop at youngnails.com.